Hello, welcome to Sabretooth and Nethemba, where we care about your security. It's Hack the Box Friday. So let's right click, open in terminal. I figured out this is much quicker than typing everything in. And we are going to see where we are starting today. Machines, retired. I think the last one we did here was popcorn. The last one we did on the channel was GoldenEye on Try Hack Me, but we're on Hack the Box. So we've done all of these. Oh no, the last one we did was beep, my mistake. Optimum, easy. Oh, and then we're getting to a medium one. Nice. Okay. Hack the Box, easy. Subnode, Optimum. Let's actually copy that, because then we can do, do you know, I should start this up, really, shouldn't I? Spawn machine, go into adventure mode. This has got 10,000 people saying medium and 11,000 people saying piece of cake, and quite a few in between. It's also got 4.8 stars review, so maybe this one will be okay. So this should be 10, 10, 10, 8, I think. Not sure. But whilst that's happening, we can make a new directory, which is boxes, and just paste that in, you see, and then we can change directory into that. What am I missing? Oh, I know what I'm missing. Idiot. Sudo, open VPN. Can't get very far without that, can we? What was I doing? Change directory into boxes. And hope that it actually starts up on EU VIP 7. Because I may have to change the server. If it doesn't, oh, it's there. We're already there. That's good. So let's get our IP. 10, 10, 14, 22. Okay. We'll copy this. We'll start an nmap. We'll actually leave that there. We'll just go here. Nmap. STV. All ports. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Boom. And then whilst that is there, we're going to go HTTP and then put that in as well. Okay, we've got HTTP file server. Now I remember hacking this. It was one of the OSCP exam has a lab attached to it called PWK, or it did back then, pen testing with Cali. And in this lab there was a system, and I can't remember which one, but it had HTTP file server 2.3. So I absolutely know how to do this, which is good if I remember. Okay, so web on 80 shows, is it Rigetto? I think it's Rigetto, isn't it? It doesn't say it anywhere, but I know that's true. Yeah, it's down here. Look, if I right click, open a new tab, rigetto.com. Shows Rigetto HFS 2.2, I think it was. 2.3. Near enough. Okay, this is quite nice. So, although I could start by going robots, I will. I was going to say, although I could start by going robots.txt and scanning directories, I actually know how to get into this without. So I'll do it just for completeness, I guess. But I'm just going to use derb this time. I'm not going to go into GoBuster. I don't think it's necessary. We'll run that. Okay, we're going to go Searchsploit Rigetto, and you'll see straight off that it will have the HTTP file server, and we've got 2.2, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3 A, B, C, and here as well. So there's quite a few of them, and there's even a Metasploit one here as well. Now, Metasploit is generally the easiest way in, but we'll do it without for now, and then we may do it with after. So I'm going to go straight into the exploits, because I absolutely know that this will work. Been there, done this a long time ago. But we are using previous knowledge, which is absolutely fine. Now, which one have I done before? I'll tell you what I could do. I could ls exploits. Actually, no, let's not do it that way. Let's go into exploits and look at my catalog and just see if I have it noted down which one I've used in the past. Not saying I have or not. Kernel, Mongo, Ubuntu. Oh, hang on, let's go from the top. Tail, Drupal core, interesting. Not that I've got Drupal here, but I forgot Drupal existed, to be fair. There we go, look. Rigetto HTTP file server 2.3x remote command execution number 2, and that was 39161, right? I've already got it in my catalog, my very tiny catalog. What was it? 39161 is here. Now, if we compare this to here, that's this one. Okay. So, I'm just going to put this due to previous experience because I like to say why I'm choosing a particular one instead of just we choose this one randomly. We are using 39161. And we already have a copy of it here. So let's cd into that. I could copy it here. I could literally just copy it into that. I probably shouldn't. I probably should just keep all my exploits together. But I don't think it matters as such. So I'll put it in here, right? So that's cat 39161. And what we have here, I've just had my phone beep. Not important, okay. What we have here, all you do is put in the target IP address and the port number, and that is it. However, it says you need to be using a web server hosting netcat, nc.exe. So Windows version of netcat. And the exploit is here. So let's take a look. I've not seen number 3 here. That must be quite a new one. I wonder if this one actually uses... Back when I was doing this, maybe this one didn't exist. I wonder if this one still needs netcat or not. I'm tempted to take a look, you know. Let's have a look. Curious. I've never seen this particular exploit, I don't think. I mean, when was it from? 2014. Oh, I must have done. I did OSCP in 2017, so I must have seen this. I must have seen this. Oh, this uses PowerShell instead of... Huh. Okay. Well, I use the one that I'm used to, or the one which I've used once before in my life. Let's see. Exploit says you need to be using a web server hosting netcat. So let's see if we have netcat anywhere here. We're going to go into tools or exploits or privest scripts. I think it's in, could be in scripts and programs. We've got netcat.exe. Whether that is the same or not, I don't know. We'll make a copy of this. We'll make a copy of this into the same place. You can just download these programs, you see. So I'm going to call it nc.exe. I mean, hopefully that's fine. I'm not sure whether it's 32 or 64-bit. I don't think it'll tell me here at all. Okay, well, we'll try it anyway. So I need a server running on port 80 here. So sudo Python HTTP server on 80. So it's going to try and grab, or it's going to try and use netcat.exe. It's going to move it over and then run netcat to give us a shellback. Okay, hopefully. So let's do Python. This might not work actually, because maybe this is a Python 2 script. I didn't think about that. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a Python 2 script, and I've only got Python 3 these days. Python 2 is heavily deprecated. That complicates things. So just to make things easier, what we're going to do is just abandon that idea. And then we're going to put, for simplicity, we will use MSF modules. So we're going to use Metasploit this time. It's just easier than having to set up Python 2. Excuse me. Oh, aye. It's one of those days. Single sneeze, how rare. So let's do that. MSF console. There's no point in making things more difficult if we don't need to. I've got Schubert 958 in my head, Sonata 19, because I started learning it today. So it's going to be in my head for a long time. Come on. So MSF takes a while. Let's take a look at what else is happening. Okay, we've literally only got port 80, and that is it. So that's fine. That's fine. And as well as that, where is the... I can't even find the thing that I was doing. Oh, this one. Yeah, it ended, so I didn't find anything except for the fav icon. Okay, that's fine. That's all I was looking for. I've now lost Metasploit as well. There it is. Just wait for the prompt, and then we're going to search for Rigetto. Now, I must admit, I've never tried the Metasploit module, so this is new for me, but I can't imagine that it won't work. Come on, hurry up. Maybe I should just start Metasploit before I begin every video, just in case it's needed, just in a separate tab somewhere, because that way we'd have to wait for this every time. Nightmare. My phone's still beeping. Nope, not important. Okay, forget it. So we're going to search Rigetto, and hopefully it will still work. Maybe it won't, because this is ridiculous. The only thing which takes longer than Metasploit to start up is Burp Suite. The problem is people make these apps. They're great. They're fantastic. Burp Suite is incredible. Metasploit is incredible. But they take so long, because they're very bulky and there's just so much happening. Look, there's actually a relatively new remote code execution, which was 2024. That's literally like a year ago. So we'll use the one from 2014, because why not? We know that one works. Or at least it might have done at the time. So show options. Right, so this looks complicated, but it's fine. We don't need that. It's not required. We don't need that. The R hosts we have 10, 10, 10, 8. As well as that, port is right. the local host or network interface to listen on. This must be an address on the local machine or 0000 to listen on all addresses. I assume that's the same as the L host then, I guess. So let's do that. Set srv host as... Oh yeah, because if you think what we was about to do with this Python script, we was going to run our own web server so it could move Netcat over, and so it must be doing that here, and that's what the server host is for. So 10, 40, I can't remember. Literally, it wasn't too long that I did it. Here it is. 10, 10, 14, 22. So it must be setting up a server to do the same. That's fine. We also have the port 8080, may as well. There's no reason not to. We don't need that. We don't need that. Target URI, I think, is correct. Don't need that. Don't need that. The exit function is already set. The L port is already set. The L host. So all I need to do is just change that to an L. And I'm going to do show options one more time just so I can get a copy of this for my notes with it all complete. Okay. And then hopefully it is literally just a case of exploit, and wait. That's it. Okay, we are on the system Optimum as the user Costas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drop to a shell. So we're going to get rid of Meterpreter for now. And this is what you would expect to see if you use Netcat. Okay, that's the sort of shell you would get. So we've got a shell, which is fine. Now, how do I get out of this? Do I just do back? I don't do back. Do I do that? Do I do... I can't remember. Ah, that does it. It just needs to terminate that. Okay. I hate to do this, but let's do get privs and just see if we can actually... not get privs, get system, and just see if you can get me roots. I will do it a different way, but I just want to see if this works. Okay, it says that it's failed. And if I do get UID again, you'll see that I'm still Costas. So it wasn't able to automatically get me root, and I'm glad about that because that would have been so lame. It really would. Okay, so we're there. And I reckon we can... hang on, let's go to a shell. And let's type, which is Windows version of cat. Whatever. And oh, I didn't realize there was loads of stuff on the desktop. Let's just wait for this to finish. What is this? Oh, and there's the flag that I was after. But do you know what? Let's just clear that, or just move down. What we're going to do is just see what's here, and we're literally just going to type user.text. Oh, the guy's bouncing the ball again. Fun times. Okay, and there we are. We've got the first flag. Very, very, very simple so far. Right. So we could use WinPs and similar. We could also use the exploit suggester, but you know what? Let's close the window. That's annoying. Okay, let's actually kill this. So we're still in Meterpreter, and as you can see, we are still this user. And what we'll do is just go back. Can't go back. How do we background BG? Ah, there we go. So the session is now in the background, and let's do search for suggester. So we can use the, as we're in Metasploit, we may as well use the exploit suggester here and just see what it comes up with. There it is. So use 0, show options, and what you'll see, all I need to do is set the session that it needs to run on, and I actually want to show the description as well. So I'm going to set show description is true. Set the session as 1. One more time we're going to show options, because I'll take that for my notes. Okay, and then we just sort of run it. You can put run or exploit or whatever, and it will do that. So x86 Windows, so it is 32-bit. It's collecting, well, it's basically checking all the exploits. I should have done the system info or something, so I could see what patches were installed, but this will tell me anyway. For Windows, other than things like PowerShell issues and path issues and stuff like that, most of the getting root or system is exploits. On Linux, it's more about misconfigurations and things. There are misconfigurations on Windows, but I don't see it as often. And there are kernel exploits on Linux, but I don't see it as often. So yeah, I just sort of gravitate towards those. I could run WinPs, see what's happening, and see if there's anything there. Generally, I say use kernel exploits as the very last ditch attempt, but I just want to see what it's vulnerable to, and if it's got quite a lot of patches or something, then maybe I won't bother. It's also useful to see what's, if anything's flagged which is already in my catalog here, because you can see here that I've got Windows SMB code execution MS0950, and I'll have another Windows, hang on, Windows here. Oh no, that's the Rigetto one, that's fine. A lot of these are Unix, I suppose. There should be some more Windows ones down here, look. So, like this one, which we've used before, MS1180. This one, MS11046, MS09002. So a lot of these I'll have used before, hence they're in this document. I've even got Dirty Cow there, which we've used before. I've not kept up with this document. This is just something I put together when I was going through the OSCP boxes, and I've not updated it since. Completely out of date. Now, having said that, I'm guessing that a lot of these earlier HackTheBox systems, like, because I'm doing them in release order, is going to be vulnerable to a lot of what I've got in here, but the later ones will be after I've finished. They'll have been released after I finished OSCP, so I will have to either update that. Excuse me. Oh man, there's the second sneeze. I will either have to update this document or just abandon it and just work it out as I would go, which is probably more the case, to be fair. Anyway, let's see how this is doing. Okay, there's a lot here which it's not vulnerable to, and we've actually got 6 this time, which is a lot better than last time. Okay, so the target appears to be vulnerable. Service is running but could not be validated. Target service is running but could not be validated, appears to be vulnerable. So we've got Token Magic, 2020 787, Com Hijack, Event Viewer. Right, so let's take a look at some of these here. Com Hijack, okay. So that's bypassing the user account control. That's bypassing the user account control. That's not what we're after. Bypassing user account control. That's not what we're after. Bypass user account control. So we've got a 2020 here. So CVE 2020-0787, possibly. MS16032. Okay, so I know for sure I've not got anything which is 2020 in here because I finished OSCP in 2017, but this one might be here, MS16032. So let's just take a look for that. MS16032, let's take a look. MS9, MS11, 12. It doesn't look like it, does it? Okay. But I may have it in. Let's get rid of these. We don't need them. I may have it in here. Windows Exploit Master MS16. What was it? It's not in here. MS16032 is not in here. I thought it might be. Huh. What about here? See, I don't know what these are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to search exploit MS16032 and see what happens. Okay, so there's one in Metasploit as well. That's really interesting. Should we just do a whole Metasploit box? Just do the whole thing in Metasploit and see what happens. Why not? Okay, so I'm actually going to take a look at all of this. Oh, I've already got some of that in there. There we go. So MS16032 exists. So searchbloit shows that this exists in Metasploit. We can do a whole box in Metasploit. That'd be great, actually. This exists in MSF. So just as we used the just as we used the exploit suggester, we can, because you can look at sessions and we'll see that that one's still open, right? So we were going to search MS16032. So that's here. So we're going to use 0. We're going to show options. Now, we need to be careful here. We can set the session as 1. We can set the L host as whatever our IP is, 10.10.14.22, I think. Hang on. Let's go up and have a look. Yeah. We cannot set the L port as 4444. And the reason is 4444 is already in use by this session here. So what we're going to do is set L port as 4445. Show options. And we've got 32-bit Windows, which is what we need. Yeah, it would have been very easy to just say, oh, 4444 is fine, but it really isn't. So we'll do that, and hopefully we can just exploit and get root or system. Hopefully. Get UID. Okay, that's it. We're done. Rooted. Got system. Easy machine. We've just done the whole thing with Metasploit. That's lovely. Just goes to show the power of this tool, right? You can also see why it's heavily restricted in some of these exams. So all we need to do now is get the token. So we're going to drop to a shell. We are cd administrator / desktop. And then we are going to type root.txt. Done. Easy system, very, very simple. But it's still great to do things like this every now and again. And that's it. Now, out of curiosity, I would love to... What's happened? Are we logged out? What? Oh no, we're here. That's fine. I've got a couple more windows open for some reason. I would love to see what the questions are in guided mode to see if it suggests Metasploit all the way through. It's asking for... let's just fill this out. Let's just fill this out. We've got 2.3. Because how long have we been running? About half an hour. Okay, so let's just use a bit of time doing this. What is the 2014 CVE? The vulnerability in the find macro maker function. I don't know that. I don't know at all, but it'd be interesting to see. So let's search exploits. Find macro maker. Just want to see if it exists here. It doesn't. So I'm going to have to go through some of these. Okay, let's search exploit rejector. And then we're going to www on that. And I'd like to see which one it's asking me to use. Is this the Metasploit one, is the question. Find macro maker. That doesn't look like the right one, but I will just try a few of these and just see what it comes up with. So CVE dash. So that's correct. Okay, so that was the right CV. We used the right exploit, but we did the Metasploit version. What is the what user of the web server running as? It begins with K, but I can't remember. It was. I don't know. Can't remember. Costas. Okay. Fine. It then asked me for the user flag, which I just literally was at and left again because I'm an idiot. There it is. So I'm doing guided mode today, but after the fact rather than before. Difficulty of that? Yeah, piece of cake. What is the password for the Costas user? Ha! I never broke the password for the user. Let's have a look at the hint. Costas's password is saved as an auto logon credential. These can be read from the register or enumeration tool like WinPeas will find them interesting. These creds are not useful for solving Optimum, but in general it's good to be able to find this kind of thing. We will do that. We will look for Costas's password using WinPeas, but not right this second. Which Metasploit so that was the local exploit suggest. I'm not getting caught out by this question again. Local, I did once. Exploit suggester. The root flag is then what it's after. So it doesn't ask me how to. So let's do this. Let's use up a little bit of time here because otherwise it's going to be quite a short episode, isn't it? And let's get this using WinPeas. Good. So we're going to kill this and just go back to here. We're going to upload, if we can. Hang on, ls. Oh, that's ls there. It's not ls on my thing, is it? Hang on. Can I just use upload is the question? Notice if I can. Upload local files to the remote machine. Okay, so from where I am, I can upload, go back a directory, go into Probesk scripts / I don't know what it's called, WinPeas. Hang on, let's have a look because I'm an idiot. Oh, it's capital S. WinPs86.exe. Copy. Not sure if capitals are important, probably. Oh, it is capital, that's fine. Oh, I don't want to do that. I could have just put, I literally, right. Let's just do that. It didn't like that. I was just trying to upload it this way. Oh, I know why. Oh, go away. Ah, I just need the path, if you don't mind. Right, can I put the path in here? Right, because I need that slash there, because it has a, it doesn't do spaces otherwise. Right, let's try this again. Blimey. Upload. And then it probably won't let me upload. It says it's uploading, so maybe. Completed. Okay. So we'll drop back to a shell. We'll do there, and we'll see that WinPs is uploaded. So we'll do win. Okay. Win is x86. Okay, we've got P's running. So it should find Costas's password, apparently. So that'd be quite interesting if so. Let's have a look down here and see what there is here. So it shows that it's an x64 base PC, but this is where I got confused last time. It's an x86 32-bit, not 64-bit. Okay, so let's take a look. Labs is not installed. Credential guide is not installed. No AV is detected. Okay. You can see that this looks quite a bit different to the Linux version of the P's thing. Absolutely. So the target user is administrator. Administrator, subject user, target user. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything yet that I can see. It could take a while. A few of these. Come on, speed up. Okay, there we go. So Costas, Optimum, negotiate new credentials, username, no password here. That's logon events. Okay, that's why. Interactive, administrator. There's a few logon events as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anything important by flicking down through these. Oh no, where you going? Okay, let's see if I can do it this way. I didn't want to go too fast, but as it happens, that's okay. Okay. Oh, see, this is what I meant. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so let's take a look. Administrator built-in account, NT authority, systems by normal user. Yeah, I understand that. Administrator. It's got last log on. It's not got any password here at all. Just checking. Okay. Don't forget I'm running this as system, so it's got a lot more information than it would have if I was just Costas. This might be where we get some credentials. Maybe not. Process owner. Trusted installer. Okay, and then our Metasploit session died. That's nice. So I still can't find it. Do I still have access? I do. So what I'm going to do is drop to a shell. I'm going to run WinPs again. Sorry, I'm just going a bit crazy. Can I put the output of that into test.txt? Because if I can, then it means that I can then move that test.txt file back to my system and then just use a search for Costas and get his password that way. If I don't get it, that's fine. That's not a problem. There are other ways of doing it. You can use, I mean, it did give a couple of examples here in the hint. You can use like WinPs, or can be read from the registry, right? It's an auto logon credential. So, yeah, I just thought I'd spend a bit of time doing this. The problem is I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know how long this is going to take. It would be easier if I ran this as Costas rather than as system, because as system it's finding loads and loads of stuff. The problem is I can't go back to that first session because it's already died. Hang on, let's just forget this a second. Let's look for sessions. Session. Hang on. Background that. Sessions. Oh, there's literally only that one now, and we're already system, so that's not great. Oh man, I didn't want to do it that way. I didn't want to do it this way at all, because now I've got to sort of get in. No, forget it. I'd have to get in again. I could do this as system, but it's going to take forever for WinPs to run, and then search through everything, and I'm not prepared to actually do that. I'm too hot and tired. So if the first one didn't crash, I'd be able to use that session as Costas, and then, you know, find what I need to find using WinPs. But forget it, not bothered. Do not care. So we're going into adventure mode. We've got the user flag, we're going to give the root flag, and we are done. So if you want to get Costas's password yourself, then do so. Oh my god, that's so loud. Scared the crap out of me. There's no need for that. Then do so yourself, because we've gone through how. I, you know, could basically run the exploit again right now, gain access as Costas, and I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. Right, search Rigetto. Let's do it. Use. So tempted. Feel free to stop the video now if you're bored. That's absolutely fine. I'll do my outro now just in case you do. So thank you for joining. Very easy box, and feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a like. It really does help out, I promise. And visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you so much. Now, if you are as crazy as me, you can stay and we'll do this. So we're going to use one. We're going to show options. We've got all this still set, which is quite nice. So we're going to exploit straight off. Okay, we're going to drop to a shell. And we are the Costas user at this point, I think. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to look here and do WinPs x86 Hopefully now it won't take as long. It won't take as long to run because it's not got as many writes. So it's not going to go through absolutely everything at all. So I just noticed my phone's flashing at me. What's going on? Okay, so that's from my CEO, but I'll read it later. Let's see what it's found so far. Oh, look at that. Ah, this is... I don't know what the test.txt is that file that I've just created. And now it's... that's not good. Well, right, that's done now. Okay, so... yeah, that test.txt. Let's do that. Let's delete test. Nice. Delete test.txt. Right, let's run it again. Let's run it. Actually, no. I'm going to do what I was going to do before. WinPeas x86.exe, and now we're going to put it in a new test.txt because we know it's not going to take long to actually run this time. Now the question is, how do you download using Metasploit? Is it just get, or is it literally just download? Yeah, I know how upload works. Is it literally just download? Because if so, that's, you know, life is good. Might just be download. I will take a look. Okay, so that's done. So we're going to kill that. And then we're going to download test.txt. Ah, it is that simple. And what we'll now find is if we go in here and into boxes and into help, what's the box? Optimum, we've got test.txt, which has the output of WinPeas. We've downloaded it from the system. So all we now need to do, I think, is look for Costas. And we'll just flick through and just see what it can find. Not sure. Oh god, there are over 1,000 matches. That's ridiculous. Okay, this may take even longer now. I'm only going to do this for 1,000 matches. VMware passwords here. Test user add. No, I'm not going to find this password, am I? What if we search for password? That's only got 30 matches. Well, that's more like it. So let's take a look. Check for some passwords or keys in the environment variables. In the variables, administrator password, password use. Password last set. Password policies. Print logon sessions, we got to there before. RDP connections. So apparently it's here somewhere, but quite honestly, I might not even find it. I might not even find it because there was a massive chunk just left there. Yeah, there's a massive chunk skipped. It might not come under passwords. So I don't know WinPeas output well enough to actually do that. To actually do this at all. So, I mean, what if we get creds? Can we do that? We can't get creds. How do we get the inbuilt auto logon? We can do it from there. So get auto logon passwords interpreter. capturing login credentials with Meterpreter, you see. So this might be the easiest way to do it. Hash dump. Is it hash dump? Oh, that's that. Okay. Let's just do hash dump. Get SAM hashes. That operation failed. Okay, so I couldn't do hash dump. And that is actually getting it as it's been entered. So that is not what we was looking for either. Capturing Windows logons with Smart Locker. Dump passwords stored in config files. Protecting the automatic logon password. Auto logging user credential extractor. Okay, what's this then? So this is another one which I've never heard of. We're learning. Okay, so let's take a look. We are going to background this session. We are going to search auto login. Was it login or logon? So gather auto login password from OS X, then from Windows, and then from Steam client. So we're going to use 1. We're going to show options. See, we don't give up on things like this. We're going to set the session, which I think is 2. And then we're going to exploit and see what happens. It's not configured to have an auto login password. So it's lying to me then. Okay. Set session 1. Exploit. No, that doesn't exist. Set session 3. Exploit. Okay, at that point I'm leaving it because obviously Metasploit disagrees with me, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't need that. We've rooted the box. I'm very happy with that. Some things just don't work out, and as you can see, Optimum's been owned. Even at this stage, I don't even think we're an hour in, which is awesome. Has it already died? It may have already. Oh no, it's there. So we're not even an hour in at the minute, which is great, even with that detour. So once again, I will say exactly the same. Please give a like, please share the video around, subscribe, all that stuff. Share the playlist around as well if you can. We're going to have Try Hack Me playlist updated every Tuesday. We have HackTheBox playlist updated every Friday. We have a beginners series playlist updated whenever I can be bothered. And please visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you so much, and goodbye.